in many ways by his prostate cancer diagnosis. Duran's Andy Taylor is here. And it's all happening, all follows a reunion earlier this year with his former bandmates. That was just gorgeous. I could just listen to that all the time. How are you doing?
Great.
Are you doing good?
I've had 2 rounds of this treatment over the past couple of months, and I'm like, from the walking dead to the singing, dancing.
I know, and it's incredible because, you know, you in many ways shouldn't be here. In some ways, I guess.
When I was diagnosed 5 years ago,
yeah.
that was kind of the time span you had. There wasn't the treatments available there are now. So I had to live with that, and well, my family had to live with it. And then after missing the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the biggest night of my life.
I know.
Someone, a guardian angel, intervened and said, I think there's something that could work for you.
And look at you, and you've just done this album.
I finished the album on a high, as opposed to thinking it might be my last solo album.
Whereas it's not, it's just the start, because you're going to do another one, and already doing incredibly well. It is Radio 2's album of the week.
Radio 2 album, last Thursday, I got a message saying, you've been chosen as Radio 2 album of the week next week. And I'm like, hold on, prank. They're trying to make me feel good.
No.
And then I thought, wow, of all the albums that are released, I'm 62. So getting a break at 62 is more fun than getting a break at 16 in a lot of ways.
Actually, I know. When you think of all that you've achieved with the band and solo, and that this means the world. The single, This Will Be Ours, can we have, let's have a listen. And that you were saying that was shot at the back of the house in a field.
We jumped, we shot it in the cornfield at the back of the house.
Oh, it's a really uplifting album as well. You know, there are tracks in it that are very profound, and obviously, you know, from your experiences, coming from your experience of living with cancer. But an awful lot of it just makes you feel better.
I think that's the spirit of the record, whereas... But I've been working, and I mean, music's the greatest therapy you can have when you're in the doldrums. Yeah. So I've always been working on it. The creative mind doesn't shut down. But when I got the news that there was a treatment and I could move forward, the album kind of went from a darker album to a more uplifting album. And that's actually a journalist friend of mine. He says, I can hear the spirit of you, maybe the younger spirit of you in you. And I said, well, it's kind of the nearest thing to being born again.
Yes.
I said, I'm in this little kind of dreamy space of, have I really got past this? Am I really able to, you know, to do this?
Yeah, I would say that it's optimistic. You know, it feels, you can feel that when you're listening to it. There's real optimism there.
Even, you know, with the blues, the lyrics are sad, but the music's uplifting.
Exactly.
And that's, you know, that thing that keeps you going. Your creative mind doesn't shut down, even if the rest of your body's not doing too well.
That's true. And it's man's a wolf to man, is what
man's
it's
a wolf
called.
to man.
Where's that come from?
Well, it's the inspiration of it comes from conflict, and watching what happened from Brexit when I started writing this stuff, and this kind of extreme conflict. You know, it's got pretty two-sided and quite extreme.
I agree. Yeah.
And so you see people politically acting like packs of wolves.
Ah,
right.
That makes sense.
And it comes from a deeper philosophy, a deeper political philosophy of civilizing yourself, or just remain like feudal. And we've gone to being feudal and wolf-like.
And throwing rocks at each other and not listening to each other. That's the thing, isn't it? We don't listen to each other.
Those videos aren't made up of all the violence on the streets and stuff. No, they're real. And, you know, you do see that kind of, particularly in America, which is a place I've got very close to my heart.
Of course.
Had a great career in America.
You did, and that's the most difficult thing of all, is to crack America, and you guys did. And, of course, we've seen you back together, Duran. Are we going to see that, more of that? You're going to do some more?
Well, there's a new Duran album coming out at the end of October, which I'm playing on, like, most of. Great. Which I did in March and April. Simon came over to my place when I was on the up, but I hadn't started any treatment. But I did it in about 2 days. I cursed myself out if it takes me more than 3 days to record an album playing guitar. Right, I should know better at my age. But it was funny because, you know, you put the tracks up, it's like, where are we going to go? And within minutes, just locked in.
Yeah.
It's like, and so that comes out at the end of
Brilliant.
October. So technically, I've got 2 records coming out.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? It is incredible.
It is. I mean, I have to laugh about it because you just don't know. You know, I always say in our business, you never know what's going to happen today.
Yeah.
You never know what song you're going to write, what's going to happen, how people are going to react. But on this level, you know, the unexpected has been spectacular.
It has, and you have absolutely seized the day and made the most of a really, really hard situation, a really tough situation. And you know what? Every time you talk about prostate cancer and you say, get checked, it saves lives as well.
I didn't want to be a sitting down, moaning patient. When I got this, you know, I said to the doctors, if I'm okay to start work gently, and that they said, if you feel okay, listen to your body, then go for it. And it's enabled me to talk about my experience because I didn't know about this treatment. I thought I was clued up, and I didn't know about it until December. So I figured no one knows about it. And that's what I've come to find out. There's quite a lot of people have got in touch with the Cancer Awareness Trust, which is Sir Chris, who's helped me, seeking information on the treatment. And I think some people have been referred for it. So there's such a lack of awareness of what's available.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest... It's not that these treatments aren't available, it's...
They don't know.
You don't know.
People don't know. Yeah, you're absolutely
And like
right.
I say, there's all these treatments available. Who knew? Someone does.
Yeah.
But they're not telling us.
I know, and it's really, really important that you talk about that. And please keep well.
I'm not going to do anything.
Keep playing. You know, and obviously we're going to be hearing a lot of the single and the album, especially on Radio 2, which is really good. And the new album, Man's Wolf to Man, is out now.